parties in order to find a mutually agreeable solution.
All right. Tenzing Takla on the line from Dharamsala. Thanks very much for your time. The World Food Programme says it has run out of money in Haiti, where it's trying to feed almost 2 million people. But the rising cost of food is just one reason Haitians are going hungry. The other is a lack of land to grow crops. Al Jazeera's Mike Kirsch looks at an environmental problem that's further fueling Haiti's food shortages.
Young Jean Roosevelt picks through smoldering garbage on the outskirts of Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince. Finding some scrap aluminum he hopes to sell or trade for his family's next meal. He says they used to grow their own food, but can't now because of soil erosion from deforestation, caused primarily by Haiti's poor chopping down trees in the country for firewood.
Here in the impoverished countryside and farming regions throughout Haiti, firewood is needed for cooking, and that usually means a trip to the hills and the mountains nearby.
The scars of clear-cutting can be seen everywhere. Haiti, 60% of its land forested at the turn of the century, has seen that number drop to just 2%. It has severely impacted society here. Poor Haitians in rural areas, who represent 60% of Haiti's 8 million people and who once grew food for most of the country, can no longer produce enough food for themselves and have now been forced to move to already overcrowded urban centers like Port-au-Prince, vying for food, most of which must now be imported from abroad. Adding to the stress and tension have been soaring prices for imported food here. Recent food riots left 7 dead around the country. In an attempt to turn back the environmental disaster caused by deforestation here, the U.S. Agency for International Development has planted 60 million trees in Haiti over the last 20 years. But the poor keep chopping down 10 to 20 million trees each year. Even as elementary school students here learn how lush with trees their country once was and how important trees are to the environment, the reality of poverty, of using wood for cooking, has Haiti's newest generation repeating the destructive ways of generations before them, making life here for impoverished Haitians like young Jean Roosevelt more difficult than ever before. Mike Kirsch, Al Jazeera, Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
All right, still to come here on Al Jazeera, going home. 22 years after the world's worst nuclear disaster, one man returns to his abandoned village.